Seeker, come closer. Quick gut check. Be honest with yourself. Have you ever found yourself secretly doting on your cat more than your partner, or meticulously polishing your car on a Sunday while your relationship gathers dust in the corner? I see you. That quiet, nagging feeling. You're not alone. I'm Ghost King, and I've seen this pattern countless times. It's the great paradox of modern love. We build systems for everything, finances, hobbies, careers, but with the person we chose, we just wing it. We hope for the best. We assume love is a feeling, not a practice. Today, I'm sharing a key that unlocks a different way. We'll explore a couple on the brink, a man who loved his car more than his marriage, and what a 2019 citywide blackout taught strangers about trust. These aren't just stories, they're maps. By the end, you'll have 11 quick wins to transform your relationship. Let's begin. Our first story is about Sarah and Tom. From the outside, they had it all. The nice house, the good jobs. But inside, a quiet resentment was building. They were roommates, not partners. Grand gestures, the fancy anniversary dinners, the expensive birthday gifts, felt hollow. They were like making a huge one-time payment on a loan you've been ignoring for months. It doesn't fix the underlying debt. Then they tried something radical. They stopped trying to be grand. Instead, they scheduled what they called micro deposits. 15 minutes every single day. No phones, no TV, just them. Sometimes they'd talk about their day. Sometimes they'd just sit and have a cup of tea in silence. It felt awkward at first, forced even, but they stuck with it. This is the power of the consistency principle, Seeker. Behavioral science shows us that small, regular actions are far more powerful than infrequent large ones. Each 15-minute deposit was a signal to each other. You are a priority. This relationship is a priority. It wasn't about the time, it was about the ritual. The win here is simple. Schedule non-negotiable micro-deposits of time. It's not about adding more to your plate, it's about making what's already there count. Now let's talk about that man who loved his car more than his wife. His name was Mark. His 1967 Mustang was his pride and joy. He had logs for every oil change, every tire rotation, every fluid check. He could tell you its maintenance schedule by heart. He believed in preventative care. You don't wait for the engine to seize before you check the oil, right? Yet, in his marriage, he was constantly surprised by breakdowns, arguments that seemed to come from nowhere, his partner feeling unheard, neglected. He was living in a state of reactive repair. One day, during a particularly bad fight, his partner said something that stopped him in his tracks. "You know more about that car's needs than you do about mine." It was a painful but necessary wake-up call. He realized he needed to apply the same maintenance mindset to his relationship. He started scheduling a weekly check-in, a dedicated time to ask, "How are we? Is there anything that's feeling a bit off? Any small noises I should be aware of?" It wasn't about solving every problem. It was about listening. It was about preventative maintenance. The win? Treat your relationship with the same proactive care you'd give your most prized possession. Perform regular maintenance before it breaks down. Our third story takes us to the summer of 2019. A massive blackout plunged a huge part of Manhattan into darkness. In an instant, the city's relentless rhythm stopped. No traffic lights, no subways, no air conditioning. But then something remarkable happened. Strangers started helping strangers. People directed traffic with their phone flashlights. Restaurants with gas stoves handed out free food to passers-by. Neighbors who had never spoken before shared portable chargers and checked on the elderly. In the absence of the usual structures, they created new, shared rituals on the fly. The simple act of sharing a resource, of offering help without being asked, built an incredible amount of trust in a very short time. It's a powerful lesson, Seeker. Relationships are forged in these shared moments. It doesn't have to be a crisis. It can be as simple as making coffee for each other every morning, or always sharing the last piece of dessert. The win is this: create and honor shared rituals. They are the bedrock of trust and connection. They say, "We are in this together." If you reached this far, Seeker, say, "I'm still here" in the comments. Your next win drops after this beat. Welcome back. Let's talk about boundaries. I once worked with a nurse, Maria, who was experiencing severe burnout. Her job was demanding, emotionally and physically. When she came home, she was empty. She and her partner had fallen into a pattern. Dinner in front of the TV, scrolling on their phones, a tired good night, and repeat. The intimacy was gone. They were physically present, but emotionally absent. The change for them came from one simple, powerful rule: no phones at the dinner table. They bought a little box, and every evening their phones went into the box until after they had eaten and talked. This small boundary created a protected space. It was a sanctuary. It forced them to reconnect, to look at each other, to be present. Maria realized she wasn't just protecting her time. She was protecting her energy and her connection. The win here is crucial. Protect the margins, not just the moments. A strong relationship needs boundaries to keep the world out, so you can let each other in. Our final story is about a community basketball team. They were talented, but they were on a terrible losing streak. The more they lost, the more they blamed each other. The trust was gone. The coach, an old school guy, tried a new tactic. After every practice, he had each player write a short, anonymous note to another player, recognizing one specific thing they did well. Great hustle on that rebound. Awesome pass in the second drill. At first, the players were skeptical, but then a shift happened. They started looking for the good in each other. They started playing not just for themselves, but for the person next to them. Their communication improved. Their reliability soared. And they started winning. Why? Because recognition fuels reliability. When you feel seen and appreciated, you show up differently. The win is to actively look for and acknowledge the good. Don't assume your partner knows you appreciate them. Tell them. Specifically. Often. It's the fuel that keeps the engine of loyalty running. Do you see it now, Seeker? The key isn't a mystery. The couple on the brink, the man with his car, the strangers in the blackout. They all discovered the same truth. Love isn't a feeling you fall into. It's a place you build. It's a system you create through intentional, consistent action. It's treating your relationship with the same care you give to the things you already cherish. When you do this, you get the 11 wins. You build deeper trust. You have fewer negative surprises because you're doing the maintenance. You get better communication. You experience steady growth, not chaotic ups and downs. You create more intimacy and shared joy. There's less drama and more emotional security. Your consistent effort is seen and matched. You build mutual respect for boundaries. And all of this culminates in the ultimate prize, long-term, unwavering loyalty. I'm Ghost King, and my purpose is to help seekers like you upgrade your relationship habits with simple, repeatable systems drawn from real stories. I drop new stories every week, each with a new map for you to follow. If this resonated with you, subscribe and join our community of seekers. Don't leave your most important connection to chance. Treat love like what you cherish and watch it thrive. If you watch till the end, watch more of my videos. I drop new stories every week. Don't miss the next chapter.